Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this not ESPN Sports with your host, Quentin Thompson. Today is March 1st. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have breaking news. Kevin Durant is out for at least 4 weeks. Man, what does this mean for KD? What does this mean for the Golden State Warriors? What does this mean for the rest of the league? Man, that was a big injury there. We're also going to talk about, while KD was limping off the court, Russell Westbrook went nuts again with a back-to-back triple-double with 43 points. I'm going to give you my opinion on if he's the MVP now over James Harden, LeBron James, and Isaiah Thomas. We also going to talk about welcome back the triangle for the New York Knicks. Phil Jackson has something else up his sleeve. And I'm going to let you know why this is possibly a good idea. I've been bashing him lately. In my previous episodes. But I'm going to let you know why that's maybe a good idea. But let's get to Kevin Durant and the breaking news. Kevin Durant suffered grade 2 MCL sprain last night against the Washington Wizards. Golden State lost 112-108 to Washington. It's crazy that this injury happens against his hometown team. He was quoted a few days ago speaking on why he did not want to play for the Washington Wizards. People around the league said the main reason why he didn't want to play is because the fear of LeBron James. He preferred to see him in the finals, and he preferred to see him with just a great team, and that's why he joined the Golden State Warriors. This injury affects the whole entire league. Let's get to KD first. What this injury does for him. This is probably his most significant injury he ever had in his career. Man, this hurt because we have about 6 weeks left in this league, and he's at least out for 4 of them. The injury, a doctor, I forgot his name, but he said this injury can take up to 3 weeks to 3 months. That's the timetable for this type of injury. And this affects him. This affects Golden State Warriors. This affects the league. I have no idea if he will return. And if he do return, how would he be? What type of impact would he leave on the court? With that being said, let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. This hurts them really bad. Because when they got Kevin Durant, they let Harrison Barnes walk, which is cool when you get in Durant. They let Andrew Bogut walk, which is cool when you have Kevin Durant, and now you add Zaza Pachulia. You lose Barbosa. You lose Maurice Spates. And now, who will start as small forward now with Kevin Durant being out and possibly out during the postseason? That mess up your depth that you had a problem with during the season, but with Durant out there, it kind of balanced it out. Now, Golden State Warriors are short-handed. They need to plug in players. They just recently signed Matt Barnes 3 hours after the injury of Kevin Durant, and now it's a real big problem. Around the league, it's obvious. Everyone knows how to guard Stephen Curry much better than they did last year, and Klay Thompson. Pretty much, you just press up on those guys. You don't give them any good looks. Second chance shots, you still try to stay on them. Keep a body on Stephen Curry. Keep a body on Klay Thompson. And teams are doing it now. That's why you seen not last game, but the game before last, where Stephen Curry shot 0 for 11 from the 3-point line. And even last night he got off, but still it wasn't the same. He's not leaving the same impact. They're closing his airspace. They're making him put the ball on the floor, make him go into the basket and scoring. And that is pretty much his weakness. And that is the Golden State's weakness. If they're not making threes, they're not as great as they supposed to be. And with Draymond struggling offensively and things like that, this is a real big problem. Why is it a problem? What does Kevin Durant injury has to do with the league? It changes everything. You have the Houston Rockets coming with the addition of Lou Williams. Them having Eric Gordon, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Sam Decker, all those guys coming off the bench with James Harden, with Patrick Beverly, with Clint Capella, with Ryan Anderson, with Trevor Ariza. Man, that team is 10, 12 player deep now. You have the San Antonio Spurs, who never left, who is still there. You have the Los Angeles Clippers, who getting healthy at this moment. You have the Oklahoma City Thunder with Russell Westbrook, and they're coming. They recently made a deal and got Taj Gibson, Doug McDermott. So they are even deep now. And we're not even going to talk about the East when you have Cleveland Cavaliers, who is coming. Darren Williams will play tonight, making his debut. Andrew Bogut will sign Saturday. So now you have, Washington is a really good team. If I don't think they have a chance to beat Cleveland, but if they was to come out the East, you have so many teams. Toronto got better, and now Golden State is getting worse at the worst time of the year, where every team is getting better. Every team is pretty much trying out these lineups, trying to see if it works. Continuity, everything, and Golden State lose their best player, and to me, the second best player in the league right now behind LeBron James. Even with the likes of Russell Westbrook and James Harden, the way they play, I still think Kevin Durant's the second best player, even though I don't agree with him going to Golden State. But this injury, it changes everything. Everything, man. Cleveland is now head over water favorites to win the championship this year. But let's talk about Russell Westbrook, man. Drops another triple-double with 43 points. They beat Utah Jazz 109-106. And, man, this guy is proving me wrong each and every game. I believe he's a jack. I believe he has the ball in his hand a lot. I believe he cheats the stats and all of these things. But when you're putting up these numbers and winning, I have nothing negative else to say. For a long time, James Harden was my MVP. For a long time. For a very long time. Even after the before the All-Star break. But now after this All-Star break, man, I'm reconsidering. I mean, if I could give co-MVPs, I would this year. I think they both deserve MVP. But what Russell Westbrook is doing, forget the numbers. Forget the triple-doubles, because, but forget that. The impact he's having on the game, the pressure he's putting on the defense, night in, night out. There's no one to guard him, especially no one at his position at point guard. There's absolutely no one to guard him. He is destroying his matchups every night. He's dropping 40 and they dropping like 12. He is winning games not by himself, but he is carrying these guys. And dude, man, my hat goes out to him, because at the end of the day, with Kevin Durant leaving and him staying on Oklahoma City Thunder, this man has a grudge. And he's playing the game the right way with the player, like a player leaving you. A great player like Kevin Durant leaving the team. The dude is playing the game the right way. The type of pressure you're supposed to put on these guys' throat every night, every single play. The dude really, to me, never gets tired. He could play 48 minutes and still apply pressure to the end of the game and probably have something left after the game. Man, this dude is surreal now. Not only he's getting busy, he one of his flaws was fourth quarter. He's becoming clutch now. Dude, man, I tip my hat off to him, man. You're having a great year. To me, you deserve MVP as well as James Harden. If you keep this up, you will win MVP. Yeah, there's no question. You keep up with this 30-something or 40-something points with triple doubles, man, you deserve it. You earned it. Let's get to the New York Knicks and let's welcome back the Triangle. It went away for a minute. Phil Jackson took a seat back a little bit with the signing of Jeff Hornacek as the coach, and allow Hornacek to do what he wanted to do, but he just wanted to run a little bit of the triangle sets while Jeff Hornacek run the offense he wanted to run. Now, the pressure is on him. The pressure is on the New York Knicks, and he sees opportunity. This year is over. It's over. They 5 games back with 20-some games, with 25, 26 games left. It's over. This season is over. He has, next season will be his final season, no matter what happens, unless something positive happens. Next year will be his last year. And what he said by bringing back the triangle, he's going out with a bang. And I criticized this guy my first 3 episodes, I criticized Phil Jackson. I believe a lot of things he's been doing is just incorrect, and it's just not. It's just he hasn't made the proper deals. He haven't in place the proper coaches, meaning I don't think Jeff Hornacek is the coach. I wouldn't hire him, and I definitely wouldn't hire Kurt Rambis as my defensive assistant. So, with that being said, he's going all in with the triangle. I think that's a great idea. Go all in. Don't half-ass it. Just go all in, and he's doing it right now. And to me, I think that's just a brilliant idea. The guy said he's only going to get guys who can only play the triangle, which is smart. So you're only going to get high basketball IQ players. That's very smart. No more dumb players. No more guys like Brandon Jennings. Not to say you're dumb, kid. But low basketball IQ players like Brandon Jennings, like Derrick Rose, even Carmelo Anthony. IQ is not very high. Justin Holiday. Now you will bring in guys with higher basketball IQ who could possibly run this triangle. And I think it's a good step forward because you can't have 2 different directions. You can't want to do it then have Hornacek run his offense. It's not going to make sense. You have to in place a system and have these guys buy into it. And by looking at players that will buy into the system, it makes perfect sense. I think now the Knicks could take a step forward into the next season. Just forget about this season, man. And let Derrick Rose walk. Worst case scenario, if Melo really want to go, let him walk as well. Trade him. When you do trade Melo, try to put in Joakim Noah in the deal. Package them both as well. And bring in the proper players to run this system with Kristaps Porzingis and Willie Billy Hernan Gomez there. I think it's a brilliant idea. I think this is the right step forward into next season. A lot of people may think this is not and he should run away from the triangle, but he's here. He is the president. He's not going anywhere. Get with it. Get with it, and going all in on this system makes perfect sense. for next year will be his final year if the Knicks don't have a successful season. Before I go have another breaking news, Joel Embiid will be out for the rest of the season. That's a big loss for him mentally, with missing the first 2 years of your career, and now the season that you did play, only playing 31 games, and being on minutes restriction, and being on game restriction, game-to-game restriction. Now it's like, what else can I do to stay healthy? And mentally, it could rattle you. You know, it could bring you all the way down because you don't know what it takes to play in this league. You know, I think he's in great shape, but his body's not allowing him to play. And just for his sake, I hope he's in good spirits and he comes back right, because I think this guy could be a future star in this league, as well as Jahlil Okafor over there in Philadelphia, which I think they should trade him in the offseason as well. Let him be a future star in this league as well. And thank you for your support. I will be back Friday, March 3rd. Thank you. I didn't do a show yesterday. I'm so sorry about that. But now I will be doing shows on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Check it out. Support. Leave your comments. Subscribe. And thank you. This is not ESPN Sports with your host, Quentin Thompson. Thank you.